Good evening, good evening. Welcome back to some more Jurassic Park Evolution 2. I've just jumped back into my sandbox. I'm going to potter around in there for a bit while trying to watch some football in the background, but every time my screen HDMIs keep moving around. To do with the resolution of this game keeps messing it around. Give me a sec. Be trying to do too much. With an OBS running the World Cup and the game and a stream. One sec. Right. So yeah, welcome back to more Jurassic Park Evolution 2 with me, LG. And I'm in my sandbox park. So I did some of this a couple of years ago, and then a little bit before I did my so I'm just fleshing it out. It's really, I started to practice with the lagoons, and then area, so it's quite early on in the park. Wish I could build better paths, more straight. You can get these things as a guide. Actually got this one the wrong way round, you prat. Would help. It's facing the right way around. So it's kind of weird. When I started this, I got rid of the scientists and I've got unlimited money, but I left the fossil stuff on. So we've still got to go out and get the fossils. I don't have to sort of pay for it or anything. The only weird thing is that I can still only do one at a time. But it's not a problem. And they're done super quick as well because we don't have the scientists, so they all take like 20-30 seconds. But it still helps me sort of earn them bit by bit. I've only got really one park thing. We've got this one, and I'm just building another one here. I'm thinking of putting really tall dinosaurs in this one. Can't remember what they're called. I've got this unlocked to 17 at the moment. But you can have that fossil stuff all completely unlocked as well. So this thing needed a... needs, what do you call them? I don't know if there is a copy feature in this thing. It's these things. The remote viewing entrance. I thought when I clicked on these, it gave me the option. But I can't find this. What in there? I thought they were an edit option. Unless they're in operations. I think so. Right. Do this place might not even be big enough. Because I wanted to do... I still got these things. Brachiosaurus, Apatosaur. I need to get the... I don't think I can change my settings. You have to set the settings for your sandbox when you start it. So I will have to just keep clicking on these things. We'll see if we can see any Brachiosaurus. That's one of them. Can't do multiple there. I think because I've removed scientists, even I think the genome thing is the genome thing. Yeah, that's still active. The endless what I can do on this then. Looks like it is. Donimus Rex. Right, well at the moment I'm still just building some arc ends and areas. We're not going to focus much on environment and stuff because we'll do these and I'll get here we go, Brachiosaurus. We can do a few of those. Get some of these done. Mosasaurus. Those giant things. So this is like everything in the game, so it's actually not that much in Africa. I know there's a lot more in Africa than that, but most of them in the United States. It's a shame when I'm in that view it pauses it, so... Do-do. So we probably can't put too many things in these. We've got the log in that one. I wish they had more versions of the log thing in this one. We've got, basically, you've got research outpost, the log, this thing. Okay, that doesn't connect to the same things, is it? Why? Let's say I put that there, and I can put the thing here, or there, or... Yeah, these things need to be connected to the loop, and they start at... what building is it? It's like one of their...
Here to cover your patrol.
So I'm thinking putting another lagoon up here. I don't really want to work on it too much because I've done the others, but I probably need to scope it out. I'm not sure what the difference is between these. Double check. Kind of look the same, but do they have different borders? I think that's got like a dark border. Yeah, this has got like a concrete border with a sloping in fence, and this one's got a dark wall but with a sort of flat top fence, so they are different slightly. What have I got over here then? I've got the flat top fence. Okay. Oops. So I'll try and keep it the same as this one. So probably need a bit of room. Roads. If I do something like that, 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 that. Maybe sort of that shape. I'm doing just a little bit bigger. The Mosasaurus and all that stuff. Which allow me to get viewing platforms around it and the roads, so to speak. 0-0 in the football. Switzerland. Okay. Don't do sort of curved road. Well, have to, because I'm going to stop structures being built. That's probably not a big enough gap, but we can always amend it as we go. Looks a bit weird. But it's gonna stop enclosures, isn't it? I've got different designs of ones. Might use a different one. I still prefer this one. So then there's this one. This one. Squeezes in. Oh, actually. Pretty perfect. I'll put these down because then if I'm doing roads and feeders and kind of think that, and then the hatchery need to go. Got a really cool new lagoon hatchery in Jurassic World 3. That's quite different. Maybe I should do this one. What's the one I used over here? Same one as this one. I'm going to use a different one. This one. Cool. Okay. I should have just left these all unlocked, but it's too late for me to change it now. So, just wish I could do more one. These things have no use because I've got the money turned off. I just wish it didn't pause because then I could wait the 30 seconds and then keep clicking, but as I say, because I've got no scientists and stuff, it's super quick anyway, but can't remember what building research. I usually go for this medical. I think is it the third film in this Jurassic World 2, so the buildings is this one. I'll need one up here to look after the fish, so to speak, but I am going to get there. These things, you add the hatchery. I'll do all three at the moment, but we'll probably... It's not a set distance you can come out by here unless you do the full amount. Let's sort of do the minimum. And I want the pass to be right if I can. That is the default amount. Oh. There's not is there a take back? Not, is it? Oh, angled wrong. Do. Yeah, these ones look a bit more like football style. I mean, I still think these ones are the better looking ones. So I put a Tylosaurus in here. What else did I put? Styxosaurus. Can't remember what I put in here now. This has got an Elas. Oh, we have got an Attenborosaurus in here. And cycle through them. I need to try some with different skin colours. Pretty cool. It's just the two in that tank. Actually, there's one over there. Elas, what? I can't say. I shouldn't even attempt to say some of the names. Imagine things in that size swimming around. I mean, I know we've got some pretty big whales and stuff now, but still. Right, we were working on this. So I'm going to put... Need to find more Asauruses. Asaurus. But I've sort of snooked. I don't mind earning it, getting them instead of just having everything. But I think because I turned on fossils, I remember there's one of these buildings that it connects to the Hyperloop thing. Is that a control center? think it will say if it connects. Hyperloop. Yeah, the medicals. Don't need extra scientists because I've got them removed from the sandbox, so money doesn't matter, I guess. Additional bays. Oh, that's installed. The growth and bays, I think, probably. What did I put in here? Nothing. Yeah. I don't know why I had the mission still turned on. Near Glasgow. Don't know what these ones... Right, I don't need cheaper expeditions because we've got money on, so... More scientists. Faster transit, probably. Cross into speed. Specialist, probably. What have I got set on any of these? Got MBU, extra scientist. Treatment, probably. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Probably should move this elsewhere because we could make this a big good area for some shops and hotels, although it's not particularly got a lot of space. But with all the viewing platforms, so You move this maybe here. Because, I mean, this possibly could get to view all three lagoons. Kind of like it like that, but the entrance is kind of weird on this hotel. It's sort of... do that. I have to see what that says. Visible dinosaurs. This one's seeing 3. Way to go with these. I think I left this on because I was still at the time a bit skewy about fossils and how it works. These are business in there. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Let's do these things. 7 left. There are 2? No. Even though I can build more fossil centers, you can't actually have more than like one that's active. So same with a lot of the main buildings. Scientist specialist is going to help me because I've got the scientist turned off. So anything to do with costs. Doesn't make much difference. Right. Have I got one of these sauruses? I want to get them 100% ready before I do them. Brachiosaurus. Gydnortus. What have we got? We've got the Apatosaurus. Amasaurus. Mamenchisaurus. I mean, not all sauruses are the tall ones, but a lot of them are. I need to... I wish I could edit my sandbox settings. Right. Is there one? I mean, because we're not... There'll be some that were mega expensive. That do several at the same time. As we've got no money in the game on Sandbox, we can just click away. Can't even remember some of the settings that I chose for this. So when you're in Sandbox, once you've chosen, I don't think you can see what settings you chose, because there's lots of little things like fences and deaths and disease, because I think I've got disease turned off as well. Not sure. Really just park building mode. But I don't know why they wouldn't just do a curved road, just like you get in, like a lot of the other builders now, we just touch the other end. Anyway, you come out here. Right, so I might theme these a bit then. So I might do, say, flags. You need to do feeders first, don't I? Quite have enough. So fish feeders want to be near the viewing platforms. There, and there, let's say. Maybe one here. I wanted to do flags on this one. I might want to still have feeders. You would do, say, there. I wish I could zoom out a bit more on this. Say one here. Do a feeder there. Another viewing platform there as well. I've got a feeder there, feeder here. Do still 0-0 on the football. Okay. And then this one is a bit smaller. We could have we could do several things. We could do these things. I think I need to do... one of these up here. That's a marine shot. Yeah, okay, they still link onto that. Don't know how much we'll need them. Let's put that there, that there. Got one there, one there, one there. Probably don't need those two next to each other. Take one away. We're going to go with these. Right. And then this one would probably have these. Now, did I... Feeder there, feeder here, feeder there, feeder there. Get rid of these. Hey Boxing, how you doing? Quite quiet in the football. I'm not really watching it properly well, and I've got the sound off, so I can only just see the score. But let's have a look. Put these things on then. Might need a feeder up there, I'm not sure. It's a bit silly whenever I set this sandbox up because I didn't, although I turned off scientists for money, I didn't turn off expeditions. So they didn't cost me any money and stuff, but I've got to go around collecting them basically. Super quick to do. Don't cost money. What have I got? Another 10. I'm going to put some tool things in here, but I want to get them to... I put the Indominus Rex in with the T-Rex. I think the Indominus wins that fight. You go around modifying them all as well. Rid of it. It looks like they all have endless. I don't... It's super expensive. 2.2 million to start it. That's fine. But yeah, so I think I left the fossils on because, as I said earlier, I wanted to still work out how they worked at the time, so I left them on this sandbox. I need to find more of these Indoraptor. It's not a challenge, it's just a sandbox mode that I started a couple of years ago. It was the one I showcased a little bit yesterday on the stream. So it's just sandbox mode, so there's no money, no scientists, no disasters, which I'm just building pens and things and just getting to see dinosaurs and stuff, basically. But I did leave on fossils and the expeditions rather than just having them all there. So I've still got to do this, but I don't need scientists, I'm not paying money, so... It might teach me to, because obviously the fossil, it might teach me to remember where some of them are located. Like, we know this is a lot of Piscatorus things here, because I was doing it in my... So the Pterodactylus or whatever's here, but you get to learn the locations of where everything is. Now some challenges will not have them available, or oh, yep. Totally chill stream tonight. Football on in the background, silent, having a drink, playing around with dinosaurs and parks. I think I've turned off illness because there's no scientists and stuff. I think illness is turned off as well, sickness and disease. So it's just park builder mode and trying. I've got most things in the game unlocked. There's a few things I still haven't unlocked. But but also if I do get the other game, you'll see how much better the building and sandbox is in JW3, because you've got much more terrain deformation and stuff, but it's still interesting to play around with. I'm just going to have a look at some of these rocks. How big are these rocks? We should have statues of the fish stuff as well. I don't really... He's pausing the game when I go to the expeditions map. That tail's actually in the building. I must have got these. Well, we got those Brachiosaurus. I need to find where the Dreadnoughtus is again on the map. I think it's... We've already done it once to start. It's one of these up here, I think. Mosasaurus is here. Unless it's one I completed. I'm unsure whether this is going to be big enough. Kind of think it's not, because I want to put these, and they're going to want a lot of woods and stuff, so I think I would be best to make this much bigger. think I'll just get rid of this thing for the moment. I can't remember. Looks square. Lanosaurus, I think that was one of them. And now that I understand this a lot better, I didn't really need to do this, but matter. I want to put I don't think I've got anything here that's 100%. I'm not too worried about the animals at the moment, so I was sort of park building a bit, but it's just as I've left it on. And you also need space for the fossils. And in this map it pauses the game. I can't even click here to speed it up, so I have to come out, let it finish, and then go back and do another one. Boo-doo-boo. Pauses here as well, so I've got to come out of that. Statue. I don't have a lot of statues in this. There's probably a lot more on the workshop. That looks. I need this thing because we've got no money, so cancel that. Cancel that, I guess. Can I cancel it? Can't change the... Oh, hang on. I can. Sandbox settings. Oh, great. More vehicles. I didn't realize you could, but you can actually adjust the settings then when you're in. Okay, that's the contracts. Let's turn off. Scientists off. Expeditions and fossils off. Switch off. Last time. Minimum. Operations building limits off. Dinosaurs. Yep, I'm not doing partway, we're just doing builder mode at the moment. But again, you can turn them back on if you wanted to earlier. So no disease, dinosaur injuries off, dinosaurs don't starve, dinosaurs don't detroit. Right, lifespan unlimited, so they're not going to die at the moment. Dinosaur status checks off, unlimited, feeder reserves on, dinosaur danger to guess off. But you can configure it how you like, you know, for your sandbox mode. Dinosaur comfort off. I might leave that on. Dinosaur combat frequency. And I probably want that normal. Herbivores able to initiate fights. Negative gene modification enabled. I keep fixing that, so let's turn that off. Infinite gene modification points. Yeah, that's. I realised. I was like, that's not like it is in the game. I had it set to infinite. That's fine. Unlimited traits. Turn that on. Okay. So I should I don't know because I've started it whether it's going to mess things up or not. Get these down. I've turned editions off, but yet they're still there, so I don't know. Setting. Oh, expeditions off. Maybe I apply. I didn't click apply. Okay. Yeah, so they're gone now. So I can just build whatever I want at 100% then. Yeah, there we go. We have all the dinosaurs all at 100%, just so we can play around. That's fine. So what I wanted to do is have some of these. Don't know if they all get on, but I quite like mixing. I left these on, didn't I? So, although they don't die, so I don't think it's really important. Let's do. Again, we can turn these off. Probably should turn them off because I've got on unlimited health. Right, I didn't realise I could do it. How I was messing that up, I don't know. So let's have a look. The gene stuff, isn't it? Infinite gene modification, negative gene modification enabled, want that disabled. I might want to be able to modify them if I want them to fight or do that. I did other changes as well, but I didn't click apply, did I? I want to do some more of these other ones. Good Nautus. A couple of those I think would be good. That's still got negatives even though I've turned it off. Interesting. Maybe negative gene modification is disabled. Not an apply button. Enabled, disabled. If I go enabled, it's negative gene modification. I want off, don't I? Right. These. Yeah, but if they've got negatives, I want to get rid of these. Oh, what was I just doing? This one. Yeah, I know it's a fixer-upper, guys. We'll get on it. Don't worry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Apatosaurus to the park.
Actually should have messed around with their skins, shouldn't I? What's one that we didn't do with this family? This guy. Crazy. So let's take negatives out first. Go back in, I can do some of the skins.
Okay, what we have here is a Brachiosaurus. It has long limbs relative to the rest of its body. And what makes it really unique is that it's a warm-blooded dinosaur. I mean, how amazing is it that in bringing these dinosaurs back, we're also learning so much about them?
But I think I've... Did I turn their needs off? Didn't. Try and do... walnuts. Thumbs up, boys. I'll need to form the territory though. And then I can adjust it, but I can turn all this on and off as I want. Pretty good. I didn't think I could. Okay, Dreadnoughtus, how come? I think this is the biggest one. And make the others look like babies. Yeah, a good old stretch in the morning.
This animal, though an herbivore, can intimidate most predators with its size. It's a biggie named Dreadnoughtus. I'd give this dinosaur a wide berth.
Oh, he doesn't actually like the Brachiosaurus. That's good. Well, I'm going to learn some stuff with these. We can move. But I don't think they're going to fight or die. Although, I think we left fighting on, didn't we? Sauropod. As you hit open space, water, tall fruit, forest and snow. These things have got like ridged backs and stuff with all the... I gave these guys a bit of a different
Another
skin.
massive animal. The Diplodocus was once considered the longest
Diplodocus.
animal that ever lived. And now, thanks to our extensive research, it's back. My task is to make sure we learn everything we can about this dinosaur. Your task is making sure these magnificent creatures can survive
I
in
thought
the
all
modern
these
world.
creatures were going to get on a bit together, but they actually don't. No, but that's interesting. Doo-doo-doo. Right, so now we've got everything just as 100%, everything chosen. Shall I do... Raptors, Indoraptors. Where's the other Rex gone? A Jungosaurus. Gone. These things are quite Velociraptors, but I'm going to do a different enclosure for those or something. These are colourful, these endo ones. Indominus, here we go, that was the one. Let me just check, I don't think this all... Quite a distinct stripe. Dislikes and threatens other species. I think these guys kill the T-Rexes. I don't think the T-Rexes are really top dog, so to speak. No, they're all real. They're all real as far as I'm aware. You know, like they are all real. There's a few that, you know, even like with the today, you know, because like you need one fossil and then another fossil and something. So they give write-ups. They tell you where they were first found and what year, and but they're all based on real. But again, they're still interpretations. You know, you've got a fossil or something, so you can maybe know its length and its size. So
Okay,
but
this dinosaur is something special. Seriously. Look
they're
at the
all
size
based
of
off
this
real
thing.
fossils.
It's called the Mamenchisaurus. This thing is one of the largest animals to ever walk the earth.
I think they did some
Now,
fantasy
thanks to the
skins
wonders
and
of
stuff in
genetic
this though, and
engineering,
obviously they got
it's
the
doing
movie
just that
skins,
again.
so a lot of the skins are just, you know, license.
The dinosaurs are my primary concern.
This
They
thing's
are
massive,
the
isn't
future
it?
engineered
bigger
from
than
the
the-
past. You are helping to make that happen. Remember that.
Where's the other one? This one. Brachiosaurus. Love it when they're just eating off the top of the trees. No, it's this one, the Dreadnoughtus. So which is bigger, the Dreadnoughtus or... I think the Dreadnoughtus is bigger. like its body and stuff. This one's got a longer neck, isn't he? But if we go to not here, because it's on the main menu. I think in game I have to go to here to look them up. So if we look at the dinosaurs, so I just sent out some of these. So if we look at the Dreadsortus, it says, so these were the late Cretaceous, the family of the Titanosauria, the genus is Dreadnoughtus, they've got heights and stuff. So these guys are 65 tons in weight, 19 meters in length. The Titanosaurian sauropod dreadnoughts, which translate to fears nothing, is one of the largest dinosaurs that ever lived. Despite its vast size and intimidating name, Dreadnoughtus is a herbivore, using its 11-meter long neck to reach leaves that other dinosaurs can't get. So whilst feeding on the ground, while also feeding on the ground, the Dreadnoughtus was first discovered in the Cerro Fortaleza Formation, Argentina, by the American paleontologist Kenneth Lecovara in 2005. The fossils found form one of the most complete dinosaur skeletons ever found, and the number and weight of the bones meant that they weren't fully unearthed until 2009. So yeah. And you've got all that on every dino in the game. The Diplodocus, I remember doing these at school, Diplodocuses, because we were all like... So the Diplodocus remains were discovered in 1870. So I mean, you can see like the other one was discovered in 2005. These ones were discovered in 1877, but they're still discovering stuff like every year. Like they find stuff. Obviously, you know, it gets less and less as the. But you know, people have been searching for dinosaur bones for a couple hundred years now. 1877 by Benjamin Franklin Mudge. I mean, a lot of them were found in Americas because when the American, you know, when the United States was born, you know, even before the Civil War, like, so from the late 1700s throughout 1800s, you know, they came across a lot of archaeological sites and dinosaur bones, both, you know, in the Africas and North America, South America. And then the Jurassic Park, I mean, because it's not, they're not all, if I Google, let's have a look. So if we put Jurassic eras explained, I mean, I don't know this stuff, but I know that they're all quite far apart, some of them didn't. You know, they're millions of years apart, some of them. So you sort of think of dinosaurs all living at the same time. Right. If you don't mind me looking at this because you're asking and I don't really know. I just know that. Let's just switch this to... Oh crap, I just... So Triassic, and there are some stuff in this. So I mean, Jurassic, these aren't... So just the Jurassic period was from like 200 million years to 140 million years. And just think about that, you know, like humans have been around like, what, 12,000 years, maybe 20,000 years that we know. The Jurassic period covers like 60 to 70 million years, and you've got the late, the mid and the early. But that's just the Jurassic. because then if you click on Triassic, so I mean they've got them here a little bit. Cambrian, yeah, so these are marine experience. I can't even pronounce half these, Devonian, whatever. Anyway, they go back like 542 million years to like 50 million years and stuff. I'm sure there's a better I don't know what the bound, you know, I thought because Jurassic is a specific period rather than, and Triassic's another period, but I don't know where the link is. So like Triassic is like 255 million years to 200 million years. Just think about that for a minute. You know, humans have only been around, you know, 10, 12,000 years or something. The Jurassic period covers 60 to 70 million years. The Triassic period covers like 60 to 70 million years. I mean, they're just the terms we've given them between the thing. And there's another age as well. I mean, all these, and then you got Norian, Retanian and stuff. So you got Permian, the Permian geological age. That goes from 250 to 300. So each of these are like 60 to 70 million years apart. And there's several, I mean, so, you know, many of these creatures never lived with each other or whatever. I mean, you know, dinosaurs were around from some like 300-400 million years to like, and obviously they, like the Triassic and Jurassic was like their main period. But that was still like 200 million years or something of period. Imagine if we'd been around 200 million years. So in here they say, well, this was late Jurassic, you know. So if you go and look at something else, it goes late Triassic, not Jurassic, Triassic. So this was late Jurassic. So this dinosaur here, late Jurassic, compared to, what was the one I just clicked? This one. This is late Triassic. So the difference between these two dinosaurs was something like 60, 70 million years. So, you know, we tend to like, you know, we tend to sort of think, oh, well, they were around millions of years ago and they all lived around the same time, maybe for quite a while, but they all like, and they weren't, you know, the dinosaurs spent like 250 million years, and I'm just talking off the top of my head because I'm no expert. You know, and with these sort of dates, we've been able to sort of date a bit, not just by the bones and stuff, but by the geography, you know, by the limestone and the stones and stuff. So proper geologists have said, well, this period is like 20 million years earlier than this period, because, you know, if you know your geology, just like tree rings are saying, go down through sediments and earth and rock and stuff, and you'll know this stuff was 10, 20 million years earlier than this stuff. But, so like, it's hard to get your head around it really, to be honest, because there were so many dinosaurs, and these are just the ones we know that we found fossils of course, that lived over hundreds of millions of years, and that's why the extinction event is so thing. It was, and they didn't die out like all within 1 year or 2 years. You know, most stuff I've watched said that when the asteroid hit and stuff, I mean, it was still probably, but it was fast. It might have been 100 years or 200 years or 70 years when they've been around 200, 300 million years on the planet. And then, you know, they're gone within 100 years or something, 150 years. That's fast. but the temperatures changed. The everything was covered in ash and stuff. The food supplied, and eventually they died out. We've got remnants, some of our whales and crocodiles and all these stuffs that are some surviving as. So they didn't complete, and it's also a false thing to think that they completely died off. All the different species and most walking dinosaurs and stuff did die off, but as I say, when you look at some of the birds, some of the Komodo dragons and alligators and stuff, they're genome descendants of some stuff still lived, but it's just mind-bending how different how vast these Jurassic and Triassic periods were. And then boom, they're all gone like in 100 years or 200 years. I mean, in a computer game and stuff, we've got dinosaurs from several 100 million years apart, all in the same game.